Hey, what's going on, cash flow hackers? It's Chris with Life 180, and for this video, I want to talk to you about an article that I found in regards to premium financing utilizing Index Universal Life. It goes through a specific circumstance, lawsuit that's happening. I don't know the details of the lawsuit. I'm not going to get into the lawsuit. That's not what really this is about. I'm going to touch on it a little bit because I think it's kind of funny in some ways. But really more importantly, what I want to do is I want to go through this article that Forbes wrote on Index Universal Life and premium financing and all the kinds of ins and outs of it, what to look out for. This guy shares his story about kind of how it was sold to him. And I think what you're going to find is on the back end of this, you're going to see some similarities to something else I've been talking about recently. And that is that. So here we go. Check this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to go from here. So you can see free multi-million-dollar life insurance has some insurers running for the exits. Now, this is, if you're not familiar with what premium financing is, it's effectively borrowing from a bank to pay for your life insurance premiums. So what you can see here is they said he thought he signed up for $40 million of free life insurance, right? He was sold by two life insurance agents that he could get this, he could borrow. They had a relationship with a bank that would lend him money to pay his premiums. As time went on, the bank loan would pay the premiums, but the cash value would supposedly grow so much that the cash value in the policy would then be able to be borrowed against and pay back the loans, giving him effectively $40 million of free life insurance. That is the idea here. Now, one of the things that I'm not going to go here yet. So what I want to do is I want to go through this, and what he's talking about here is that you can see he's premium financed Index Universal Life. It's as complicated as the name sounds. It's really not that complicated. They're basically what I just said, borrowing from a bank to pay premiums into an Index Universal Life policy, and it is what it is. So the index, for all you who watch my channel, it gives a little bit of a background how Index Universal Life policies are tethered to one or more indices, but remember, they're not really tied to any specific index. What they're doing is they're buying options in that index, and so that is, it's not really directly participating in the index in any way. They're really, the only participation is the fact that they have options that are tagged to the index, right? So when the index goes up, you're going to see a gain. When it goes down, you're supposed to be protected. So this is a funny part. So I love that I'm just seeing this from Forbes. As the stock market continues to soar, IUL policies have become one of the life insurance industry's most profitable products. So this is the thing. Make no mistake about this. A lot of people that sell Index Universal Life like to talk about how cheap they are, comparatively speaking. They are the life insurance industry's most profitable product. I'm not sure which is more profitable right now, the term insurance market or IUL, but I know it's getting closer and closer, and the market share of IULs keep going up. And so I'm actually going to do a little bit of research on that to find that out. But they're saying because of COVID, a lot of higher net worth people are looking for more insurance. They have more insurable need because of the risks. And so therefore, they're going for a lot more Index Universal Life right now, because that's the number one product being sold as far as how many agents are out there representing the product, right? So Tumeki says Index Universal Life sales rose 20% April through June period, right? And there are at least 33 companies selling IUL. There are more than 33 companies selling IUL, but that is, when they say at least, I think that's probably, they just found what they're doing. They found probably the biggest carriers. So hanging on to assets, premium finance IUL. So basically what this says, and I'm going to put the link below if you want to go and read through this, but what this section is saying is the reason IULs are being sold in the premium finance world like this is because people don't want to have to sell their assets to have to buy life insurance. So what they're doing is they're being sold with, hey, don't go liquidate anything. Keep your assets cash flowing, keep your assets doing stuff. We could just go get a loan from a bank and we can make it work that way. The bank will give you the loan, that'll pay your premium, the cash value will go up in the policy. By the time you need to pay back the loan, you'll be able to borrow against the policy, and then you can use that borrowed money to pay back the payments to the bank, and there's going to be arbitrage there, and meaning the policy is going to grow more than you need to pay, and therefore it will be free life insurance. It'll be free income. I've seen it sold a plethora of different ways, but the funny thing is, as I'm reading through this, one of the things that I'm seeing, or that I'm reconciling, I guess, as I'm going through this information, is the fact that this sounds a lot like the relock feature inside of the MPI stuff, right? So the thing to understand is relocks are borrowing against your policy to buy more life insurance, effectively taking a loan on, right, in the policy, and to buy more life insurance. And then ultimately the new life insurance is supposed to have positive arbitrage that grows faster than the loan that you're paying because of the index feature of it, right? And then you're supposed to have a positive arbitrage spread. So therefore, yes, you have a loan expense, but the gains are supposed to be so much better that you're going to be able to pay them back and still be able to pull out a greater return of income over time. That is the benefit of the feature of the relock feature inside of an MPI plan. Now, that is effectively premium financing inside of your own whole life policy. You're utilizing your own policy to be the bank to premium finance your new policy. That is ultimately what relocks are. Now, you can see here, as we go through here in the premium financing space, you can see insurers are taking a step back from this, right? There is a lot of risk right now that there's a lot here. I don't want to go through this line by line by line. Like I said, it's an important article. I think everybody should read it. I'm gonna take this link. I'm gonna put it in the description of the video so everybody can have it. I think you should go check it out. It's really important. But you can see that people are taking a step back at this point in time. Insurers are taking a step back. Allianz is saying its plans to limit its premium finance business as a percentage of its total business because of the additional risks. Securian Financial is putting new cases that involve premium financing on hold until 2022. Now, I don't know when this was written, November 16th, 21. So, relatively recently. And so I'm sure, as they get, all insurance companies do this in some way, shape, or form when their portfolio gets out of balance, because they're all about managing risk, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't mean to put, this one little statement as some big thing out there. Companies are always maybe halting sales or slowing down sales of annuities or certain types of life insurance because their portfolio is out of whack. And if they see that this is a higher risk to everything, to the portfolio, well, then they're going to slow it down because it's just too much risk for them, right? And so the couple things that I wanted to really highlight in this is the fact that even in this Forbes article, it's showing the fact that IUL is one of the most profitable products that a life insurance company sells because they control the moving parts of it, right? They're never going to lose money on it. With a whole life policy, the risk is on the insurance company. With an IUL, the risk is on the insured, right? Because the insurance company has the ability to move any mechanisms that they want pretty much to make sure that their profitability is not damaged, and therefore the risk goes on to the insured, right? So, I'm going to read this part. So first, what has insurers running for the exits? First, there are nagging fears that this highly touted and complicated product is being oversold by agents who don't know what they're doing and are working from flawed data. Okay, so I could literally write that about MPI, and I know, just like the people selling the premium finance, people believe that they're working, from really good information, probably, that the numbers look good, but the data just isn't, like, the actual performance doesn't go in alignment with the illustration. And when this all happens, the policies are just going to run into problems, and a lot of these premium financing deals run into issues. And that's my biggest concern with MPI, is that they're going to run the way that a lot of these premium finance deals go. Stress, loss of sleep, and humiliation. So this is just getting into the guy's situation. it is what it is. Premium financing, index universal life is no castle in the clouds, right? So it's basically saying if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. So then it ends with an IUL for regular folks. While you may not be among those being pitched by premium finance scheme, you might be getting pitched from an agent on index universal life insurance. Be aware that that sales pitches are often based on the non-guaranteed parts of the IUL policy illustration. Make sure you're looking at the guaranteed sections for a view of what reality might be. And don't buy any life insurance that you don't understand fully. So, all that said, if you have any questions at all about anything, I'm going to put a playlist at the end of this video. That's going to have everything that you need to learn about index universal life, because IULs, you need to understand the moving functions of the policies if you're going to buy them. This is just one case, one situation. There's a lot of instances like this. I just saw this article. I wanted to share it. I apologize. My voice is a little shot right now, but so, I want to keep this video kind of clean and short, but I wanted to share it with you. If you have any questions at all, any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Once again, the link is down in the description below. If you have an index universal life policy you want help with, that you're looking for maybe an evaluation on, an assessment of, go ahead and set up a call in the link below with the clarity call, and one of our agents will help you out with that. So if you have anything else, feel free to reach out, and until next video, have a blessed, inspirational day. We'll talk soon. See ya.